Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. O Allah, expand my chest, ease my tasks, untie the knots in my tongue so that they may understand me. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. I'm Haider Mehdi, and today is session 18 of our English recitations from the Ascendant Quran. This is an advanced English translation by Imam Muhammad Al-Asi and has been published by Dr. Zafar Bangash and the Institute of Contemporary Islamic Thought in Canada. Today we commence with Ayat 236 of Surah Al-Baqarah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. You will incur no crime of misbehavior if you divorce women while you have not yet touched them nor settled a dower upon them. But even in such a case, make provisions for them, the affluent according to his means and the meager according to his means. A provision in an equitable manner. This is a duty upon all who would try to do better. And if you divorce them before touching them, but after settling a dower upon them, then give them half of what you have settled, unless it be that they forego their claim, or he, in whose hand is the marriage tie, foregoes his claim to half of the dower. And to forego what is due to you is more in accord with the sense of Allah's power presence. And forget not that you are to act with grace toward one another. Verily, Allah sees all that you do. Maintain the level and pace of Salah and the well-adjusted Salah, and stand up for Allah in devotion. But if you are in danger, tender your Salah while walking or riding, and when you regain security, bear Allah in mind, since it is He who taught you what you did not previously know. And those of you who die and leave wives behind, they bequeath thereby to their widows the right to 1 year's maintenance without their being obliged to leave the dead husband's home. If, however, they leave of their own accord, there shall be no sin in whatever they may do with themselves in a courteous manner, and Allah is Almighty wise. And the divorced woman too shall have a right to maintenance in a reasonable manner. This is a duty for all who are aware of Allah's power presence. In this way, Allah makes clear to you His Ayat so that you might learn to use your reason. Are you not aware of those who forsook their homelands in their thousands for fear of death, whereupon Allah said to them, die, and later brought them back to life? Behold, Allah is indeed limitless in His provisions to people, but most people are ungrateful. Fight then in Allah's cause, and know that Allah is all-hearing, all-knowing. Who is it that will offer up to Allah a goodly loan, which He will amply repay with manifold increase? For Allah withholds, and He gives abundantly, and it is unto Him that you shall be brought back. Are you not aware of those prejudiced elites of the children of Israel after the time of Musa, how they said to a prophet of theirs, assign a king, executive commander for us, and we shall fight in Allah's cause? Said he, would you perchance refrain from fighting if fighting is ordained for you? They answered, and why should we not fight in Allah's cause when we have been driven out of our homelands and dislocated from our children? Yet, when fighting is ordained for them, they did turn back, save for a few of them. But Allah has full knowledge of the offensive evildoers. And their prophet said to those elites, behold, now Allah has raised up Talut to be your king, executive commander. They said, How can he have sway over us when we have a better claim to rule than he? And he has not even been endowed with abundant wealth. Their prophet replied, Behold, Allah has acclaimed him above you and endowed him abundantly with knowledge and physique. And Allah bestows his dominion upon whom he wills, for Allah is accommodating, all knowing. And their prophet said to them, Behold, it shall be an unusual sign of his rightful authority that you will be granted a tabut, casket, endowed by your sustainer with serenity and with all that is enduring in the angel born heritage left behind by the house of Musa and the house of Harun. Herein, behold, there shall indeed be a miraculous sign for you if you are truly committed. And then, when Talut set out with his forces, he said, Behold, Allah will now try you by a river. He who shall drink of it will not belong to me, whereas he who shall refrain from feeding it, the river, as a metaphor for worldly distraction, he indeed will belong to me. But forgiven shall be he who scoops but a single handful. However, save for a few of them, they all drank their fill of it. And as soon as he and those who had kept faith with him had crossed the river, the others said, No capacity have we today to stand up against Goliath and his forces. Yet those who knew with certainty that they were destined to meet Allah replied, How often has a small host overcome a great host by Allah's leave? For Allah is with those who are patient in times of overwhelming earthly odds. And when they came to face Goliath and his forces, they prayed, O our sustainer, shower us with patience in harsh conditions, and make firm our step, and support us against the people who deny the truth about you. And thereupon, Allah, by Allah's leave, they routed them, and Daud killed Goliath, and Allah bestowed upon him sovereignty and wisdom, and imparted to him the knowledge of whatever he willed. And if Allah had not enabled people to defend themselves against one another, corruption would surely overwhelm the earth. But Allah is limitless in His bounty to all the worlds. These are Allah's ayats, demonstrations of power and authority. We convey them to you, O Prophet, setting forth the truth of justice. For verily you are among those who have been entrusted with a mission. Some of those apostles have we endowed more highly than others. Among them were such as were spoken to by Allah Himself, and some He has raised yet higher. And we vouchsafe to Isa, the son of Maryam, all evidence of the truth and strengthen him with holy inspiration. And if Allah had so willed, they who succeeded those apostles would not have contended with one another after all evidence of the truth had come to them. But as it was, they did take to conflict. They did take to conflicting views, and some of them gained a commitment to Allah, while some of them opposed Him. Yet, if Allah had so willed, they would not have conflicted with one another, but Allah does whatever He wills. Sadaqallahul Azim. We now end at this ayat. Inshallah, in our next meeting, we will commence session 19. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless us all to imbibe His commands, guide us towards the right path, and help us in creating a socially just society. Alhamdulillah ilahi ameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.